we provide hassle-free billing and collection in your renewable journey towards a greener world. So at TNBX, we strongly believe that the industry that we are in, the work that we're doing, and the solutions that we're providing is for a noble cause. No matter where you are in this value chain, whether you're the investor providing solar solutions to your customer, or whether you are the customer wanting to have renewable technology at your house or your office buildings, or whether you are assisting through billing and collection, okay, each and every one of us plays a significant role in making this world a better and greener place for all of us to live in. So we are proud, okay, in playing our role in assisting in making your renewable journey a pleasant one through our efficient and effective billing and collection services. And that is the fundamental of TNBX existence as well. We assist our customers to realize or to achieve their renewable aspiration through various solutions that we have been providing since 2017. So as you can see here, structure-wise, this is how we are connected to TNB. Okay, as a wholly owned subsidiary of TNB, of course, we have back-to-back support, okay, from TNB in terms of manpower, systems and many more. But that doesn't mean that, you know, we can get whatever we want from TNB. Of course, TNB has its own obligation, and as a subsidiary, we also have our own P&L. So we have to be innovative, creative, and prudent in our business operation and management. So if you can see on this slide here, TNBX is parked under the retail wing of TNB. So apart from providing electricity to the consumers, retail also offers a wide range of beyond kilowatt hour solutions. Okay, for example, okay, we also have a rooftop solar solutions provider, okay, under JSpark, and then we also provide smart home and smart building under Maybe. We also offer solutions on electric vehicle and battery storage under the solutions team of retail. At TNBX, of course, we have our range of solutions as well, which I will share after this. But our solutions are anchored through this, are anchored through these services that we are good at. Okay, number one is energy contracting. Second is billing and invoicing. Next is metering, revenue assurance, contact center, marketing, customer experience management, and advisory. And these are the solutions that TNBX is currently providing to our customers. The first one is supply agreement for renewable energy, or SARE. Okay, it's a tripartite agreement, okay, for allowing a single convergence bill for customers having solar at their premise. Next, we have renewable energy certificates, or REC, and also power factor surcharge solution for capacitor bank under another unit in TNBX led by Mr. Mike. And last but not least, we also provide the service of bundling solutions under retail, and fronting the offer to the customers through smart city and smart green home solutions, and many more. Yeah. So as introduced earlier, this is our team. Okay. And as you can see in the slide here, this is this is what we actually do. This is why you need us, and these are the reason of our existence. Okay, if you can see here, these are the benefits that you gain, okay, if you outsource your billing and contracting to us. Okay, the first one is great billing experience. As you know, okay, as a subsidiary of TNB, okay, we have been managing the customer's electricity bill all this while. So if you offer another source of electricity to customers like solar, okay, maybe waste energy and so on, we are able to converge all this information into one bill, and hence we'll share this bill at the end of every month to your customers. So it will actually enhance, okay, the billing experience of your customers, where they will only receive one TNB bill at the end of every month, but with more detailed information in that bill. Okay, such as the conventional energy detail, okay, the solar energy detail, and the summary of the billing. So this is actually the point that you can use in marketing your solar solutions to your customer, that you can provide them a simple billing experience, okay, where they don't have to, hassle about receiving 2, 3 different bill at the end of every month. Okay. Okay. Next, okay, it's a hassle-free settlement collection for you as well. Okay, because we have our own resources, we have our manpower, okay, and we have the system to do the collection on behalf of you. Okay, and next is access to skilled resources. Of course, when you outsource this part of your business to us, you don't have to recruit people to do this job anymore. You don't have to provide the training, okay, and so on, okay, regarding billing and collection of your company. Okay, we will take care of everything for you. This will, finally increase your efficiency and more. So, at TNBX, of course, you are very dynamic and we strive to fulfill your needs. All this while, our famous or our, the solutions that we are currently offer is on SARE, right? Okay, SARE has been in the industry for the past 2 years, and at the beginning, when SARE was introduced, okay, the awareness level, the knowledge of the customer, and the demand for rooftop solar was not as high as as at the moment. So we did not only have to market on SARE, but last time we also had to educate the customers on solar, on the benefits of going for solar. But right now, okay, since rooftop solar has gained popularity in Malaysia, okay, and we have stabilized, SARE operation, okay, we have actually received requests from RPVIs to branch up, okay, to offer more types of billing under SARE. So in our pipeline, as you can see on the slide there, we have in our pipeline SARE for Nova MultiTier Billing, which I will share in detail after this. Okay, and then we have SARE 2.0 and BCA. So under SARE 2.0, okay, we have actually taken out the obligations of TNB in the current SARE to Appendix F, so that the main body of the SARE will only be the obligations between the asset owner or RPVI with the customer. Okay, and all TNB's obligation will be parked under the Appendix F. And BCA is for those RPVIs having their own agreement with the customer, okay, and only want to use our service on billing and collection only. So we have catered all this type of billing to our customers. And also in the pipeline, we have SARE for leasing and BCA for leasing. This is the document, okay, that we have actually prepared and shared with ST and waiting for the approval to be used. And lastly, we also have in our pipeline on SARE on multi-meter billing. So it will be an exciting journey. We'll be providing more solutions to all of you in the coming future. But of course, we'll take, we will do our best to deliver this all in time, okay, depending on the circumstances. And for today, I will focus on the NEM Nova multi-tier billing. So as you can see here, okay, in summary, this is what SARE is all about. Okay, for those of you who just joined this industry, okay, for new AOs, for new RPVIs, okay, this is basically what SARE is all about. If you need a session about SARE, okay, of course, we can have a private session, okay, one-to-one session after this, because I believe that, okay, Dr. Aznan and the team before this had done, many sessions explaining on SARE. But in short, in summary, SARE is a tripartite agreement between TNB, asset owner, and also consumer. It enables single billing system to the consumers having solar system at their premise. So at the end of the month, as I mentioned just now, customer will only receive one TNB bill consisting details on solar, on the conventional energy. Okay, and SARE is currently eligible for commercial, industrial, and government sectors in Peninsula Malaysia. So at TNBX, we will assist you in each and every step of your SARE journey. Okay, right from the SARE draft, SARE negotiation, SARE finalization, signing, stamping, and at the end where we will do the billing and collection for you. So as SARE gained popularity in the industry, we have actually served SARE for 221 solar projects in Peninsula Malaysia, and this is equivalent to capacity of 88 megawatt peak, and 14 RPVIs have been using our SARE. Okay, so if you're not part of this number yet, do contact us and do find out the benefits of SARE and do sign up out on our SARE. Okay, so as shared in this slide are all news regarding SARE in the newspaper. So we have been helping government agencies, TLCs, schools, higher learning institutions, to have solar at their rooftop. Okay, under SARE, everything is easy. Everything is easy for them. Hence, they sign up for solar and they are now enjoying savings in their electricity bill. So you too can assist your customer to achieve this through our SARE solutions. So now let's go to the interesting part. So earlier this year, the government has announced NEM 3.0. Okay, like Mr. Nurinder mentioned just now, you are more well versed on this. So under NEM 3.0, there are three main categories: NEM Rakyat, NEM Government, and NEM Nova. So our interest here today will be on NEM Nova. So as you can see here, NEM Nova, the rollover mechanism is Salco Plus, and the offset rate will be on self-consumption. I mean, the offset rate will be on SMP, System Marginal Price. So, for those of you who have been engaging with your customers since last year, let's say, when the quota for NEM 2.0 finish in November 2020, and the new NEM 3.0 introduced earlier this year, you found out that, the NEM 3.0 benefit is, less attractive as compared to NEM 2.0, and you are having difficulty in marketing, in selling the solar solutions to your customer, because under this new scheme, for every energy exported to the NB grid, they will be paid at SMP rate, and not one-to-one as before. And the SMP rate is between 13 to 15 cent at the moment, which is not so attractive to the customer. So under this scheme, it's like every excess of energy exported to the customer needs to be borne or paid by the customer. So as an RPVI, I know that all of you are very innovative, are very creative. Hence, few of you have come, and see us and propose to offer, rebate in your solar solutions to your customer. So this is the business model. This is how it will work under the NEM Nova with rebate from RPVI. So if you can see in this slide here, let's say for that month, let's look at C. C is the solar generation. So for this particular month, solar is generating 1,500 kilowatt hour, and and this is going into the customer's premise. However, the use of this customer for that month is 10 kilowatt hour. So the remaining of energy comes from TNB grid. About 900 kilowatt comes from TNB grid. However, as you know, solar is real-time calculation, and once it is not used, at that moment, it will be exported to TNB grid. So during this month, there's 500 kilowatt hour export of energy to TNB grid. Okay, so this 500, okay, as per SEDA guideline, will be paid to the customer, not on a one-to-one basis, NEM 3.0, but it will be paid at SMP rate. So some RPBIs have come out with the idea for them to, pay the difference between the solar rate and the SMP rate and pay the difference to the customer. So as you can see under the calculation down here, number one, okay, this is the solar energy charge. So the normal, the normal generation of solar times with the solar rate, okay, solar tariff that you have offered to the customer earlier. So let's say you offered the solar tariff at 40 cents. So the customer will have to pay 600 ringgit this month for the solar generation. However, at number two, on the rebate, okay, rebate as we define here is the amount of excess of energy times by the difference between the solar tariff and the SMP rate. So the rebate that the RPVR will offer to the customer is 500, okay, the excess of energy times by the difference of these two rates. So the rebate is 125 ringgit. So in summary, the customer will only have to pay, okay, the difference between the solar energy rate and also the rebate. That is 600 minus 1255, and the total amount is 475 for that month. Okay, so I hope this is clear, okay, on the business model on offering rebate to your customers. Okay, so in short, in summary, in simple word, the RPVI is actually offering rebate to the customer on the difference of solar tariff with the SMP rate paid by the government. So the objective of this new business model, okay, offered by the RPVI is to make their solar solutions offer more attractive to the customers.
Hey, Miss Arifa, sorry for interrupt. It's
Okay.
Ivan here. Yeah.
Okay.
So for this, I mean the NEM NOVA parts, which mean the SMP rate will be consumed by the RPBI or the TNBX in these cases, because which mean the consumer will only pay the 475, which mean the 600 generate from the solar and 125 from the SMP rate. So
Okay.
in another words, which mean the SMP rates is consumed by?
Okay, under the NOVA guideline, right, the SMP rate will be paid to the customer.
Okay.
So you go to the customer.
All right. So which mean in SARE also is the same lah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I think, hold on, can I just clarify, Sharifa? In
Yes.
terms of what you pay TNBX is based on the generation from the meter, right? 1 cent, 2 cents, or whatever is the meter generation that remains, and then the rebate is given back to the customer.
Yes. Yes. So the customer is still paying as per energy generated by the solar system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this is only subject to I mean the for those like the RPVI like G-Spark, right, or any others.
Any RPVI is wanting to offer these solutions to their customer.
Okay, understood. Thanks.
Okay, so as you can see in the next slide, Mr. Ivan, okay, so this is the normal NEM NOVA billing, okay, where the customer will only be paid at the SMP rate. So you have, if you have this business model, okay, in your current offer to the customer, okay, so this is what is applicable to you lah, okay. Previously, instead of being paid at one-to-one rate, okay, the customer is now paid at SMP rate, okay, which is much lower, okay, to your solar tariff, solar rate. So this normal NEM NOVA billing has been online since May 2021. So this billing mechanism, this billing system is already in TNB system. Okay, so for those of you offering the normal NEM NOVA offer to your customers, this is already in place. Okay. However, the one that we are focusing today is on the new business model where the RPVI offers rebate to their customers. And we will capture this rebate. Okay, our intention is we will capture this rebate in the new NAMNOVA billing. Okay, so we actually internally at TNB, okay, we have contacted the relevant parties such as the ones in charge in the system, in the billing system, okay, and also on the legal part for the documentation. So these are the changes that we will need to do in order for us to provide this NAMNOVA billing with rebate in our billing system. Of course, okay, in the new NAMNOVA billing with rebate, okay, we will still have all this information, okay, for the customers to see. For example, we will still have the information on the solar generation, on the conventional energy consumption. However, okay, we also need, okay, to state on the rebate that the customer will enjoy through this offer by the RPVI. So that is still that is still in progress, okay, and we do need time to come out with a billing system that will reflect that in the bill, okay. And in terms of documentation, in terms of SARE contract, there are amendments that we need to do, especially in the definition in clause 4 regarding purchase, and also in the appendix C regarding the calculation of the billing. So these are the changes, okay, amendments that we need to do first before we can actually offer this new billing scheme to the customers and RPVIs. So taking into considerations, okay, the steps that we need to do to achieve that, we have come out with our timeline. So the expected go live date for this new billing system for NAMNOVA with rebate is in August 2021. Okay. Rest assured, we will try to do our best. Okay, if we can provide this solution earlier to all of you, we will do that. But tentatively, it will be in August 2021. Okay, so I've actually come to the end of my presentation or sharing session. So I would like to open the floor for any questions from the RPVIs, if you have any. Okay, if not, maybe we can have one or two RPVIs to share on their experience and challenges, facing COVID era.
Hi, Puan Sharifah. This is Fome from Hasiwan. I have one question because based on this last slide, I understand that the changes to the NEM NOVA tier billing system will ready tentatively in August 2021. But
Yes.
what if we have NEM 3.0 NOVA client, which we would like to enter SARE? Currently, we are actually working towards the tier billing. But at the same time, we would also like to sign the SARE and close the subject matter with our client first. So let's say if we sign the current SARE draft and when the amendment to the SARE for NEM NOVA tier billing system is ready in August 2021, how do we actually deal with this? So will that be a supplemental agreement enter into in dealing with this situation, or how can we actually cater for this?
Okay. Mr. Nurinda, can you help on this?
I was doing
Is
typing.
there
Okay,
any
just check.
is there any interim solution for those wanting to have this multi-tier billing, okay, before the August go live date, meaning
Okay.
they want to,
All right. Could you mute her, or could you, Daniel, could you mute everybody? Okay, great. Yeah, it's clearer now. Right. Is that a temporary system while we do that? There definitely
Yes.
is. Can you go back to the original slide, sister? The slides on.
Which-
Yeah, okay, here. No, next one.
This one?
Yeah, this one. Okay, you can see basically, number one is exactly what we are doing presently, right? Times 40 cents or whatever cents that you have decided with the customer. The only difference here is the rebate, and which is done by system eventually. We will do it manually till we get the system up and running. That means create a note, right, credit note for the customer and post into his account. Right, so the customer will see the following billing period that he has been rebated before. It's not automatically because we'll have to wait for the bill to be out, right? But it will post it a month later with respect to the rebate amount, the $125. Right, so yeah, we should be able to offer this by 1st June.
And in terms of SARE agreement, Mr. Renda, they can still use the SARE document that we have amended according to the NEM-NOVA billing with rebate, even if the system is not ready yet, right? As long as the document
Yes.
is ready, they can use that document, and then we proceed with manual calculation for the billing.
Exactly.
But
The document is done such that Appendix C is for the commercial arrangement. So we will capture this within the Appendix C itself.
So we need to get that document ready first before they can actually sign the SARE for NEM-NOVA billing with rebate.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Puan Sharifah, and also Mr. Narendra. Okay, so meaning that the current SARE draft will still be applicable. The only amendment will be to Appendix C itself.
Yeah. There
As
is also
shown
one more.
here, yeah, the amendments will be in definition, clause 4 and appendix C. So we need to have these documents ready first, yeah, Miss Feng Mei, before you can actually use this document for the rebate. Yeah.
Mm,
We can share these documents with you by June so that you can start discussing with the
Yes.
customers, right? While we get the amendments done.
Okay,
Yes.
understand. Thank you so much.
We all must understand that this document is a regulated side of the business. So we always go back to Suranjaya, inform them, update them so that it's not new to everybody. Is there something in the chat? Let me just check the chat. Yeah.
Okay, any more questions from the IPVIs?
There's a request for
Hello.
slides. Okay.
Yeah, we learned that now. Can you hear me, Sharifah? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Now we have to fix it a new meter, which is from the generation side, to record this generated the kilowatt hour. Now, can we access to this log data? Let's say the whole month, the detail of it, so that we can analyze on our own from your server.
Majority of these meters may not be the smart meters as you explained. So I reckon that information is not available. It's only generally when we pick the new NEM meter that becomes the RMR meter. Right?
So that meter, sorry, that meter is fixed by us. So can we use a so-called the AMI meter, the smart meter, so that we can collect the data on our own?
Which meter is this? The M1 or M2?
The M2, the one that our own generation.
Okay, the M2 meter, we will provide you information with respect to amount generation here. Those of you familiar with SARE, they generally get a monthly bill in terms of what is being produced in C. What this helps you actually, like that, the S&P price changes on a monthly basis, right? Generally, it doesn't change much, but there is a change within the system, the way it's calculated. It is the last month's average, right? So because the amount of S&P price is available in the system, we should be able to offer this automatically to all customers. All of you are familiar with system marginal price, right?
Yeah, we know about it. Yeah. Okay. In the technical aspect, first of all, let's say starting from the meter first, and that meter is we supply the meter, right? We can supply any brand of our own, or we have to
No.
be supplied by TNB, the M2.
Okay, presently the meter M2 is provided only by Tenaga Nasional because this is a regulated business and the regulator wants to ensure that the billing is done correctly. So that is the only
Okay.
provision that we have, right? So we provide
All
you the
right.
meter. You want
All right.
information from the meter, right?
Yeah, that's right. I want the data, how many kilo, the so-called the loop profile of that data, how we generate and the pattern that we want. We want to see that, can we access to those information, detailed
Okay.
information of our own analysis.
Okay. Presently in our app called My TNB, if those of you who know those of you who have FIT, you realize that you can actually measure the FIT meter, gives you the consumption on a monthly basis. So we intend to put this there, and you will get the monthly consumption available to customers on their My TNB app. Right? You are talking about minute by minute,
Right,
every
right.
half an
That's
hour.
right. That's right. Log data. That's right. Minute by minute data. The
Okay.
detail. That's right. You see, we can access it from our own so-called our inverters. We have some
Inverter.
data. We have our own inverter. We can have that. So we will actually, the inverters data could not be that accurate, but we want to actually see whether it
Compare.
tally with compare with your this so-called calibrated the which billing come from there. That's why we're going to compare whether the two data actually are tally, you see. So
Okay.
that's why we want to do our own analysis on that basis.
Presently, the capabilities on a monthly basis, right? We're looking towards having the system to provide you on every half an hour basis. That's how we take the data. But it is not immediate. It is taken one N+1, a day later. The reason being it's a costly affair to engage the meter on the GSM circuit, right? To download data every 15 minutes or half an hour whatsoever. Right?
Oh, so
what-
yours is half an hour.
Yes.
Every slice is half an hour. Good enough for us. Actually, can we access to those things,
Okay.
those information, those data? I mean, since
Okay.
we own that meter, so that we are
Yeah.
actually entitled to have that data, right?
Definitely. As I said, presently we are working on together with the metering department to provide such information, and there will be in the upcoming customer portal. But presently, you can get it only on a monthly basis.
I see. So when can we have that? Say any deadline or any how long future?
Okay. I'm going to bluff you on this one. Discussion is still been going on with them, right? Because the thing is that in terms of ownership of data, we just established that this meter will belong to the utility, right? So that's why we're getting the prices down. Otherwise,
Because we see, because we own the meter, and that actually concerns us. That's why we want to have the more detail how you build it and how the profile, how is the so-called the log data every half an hour. How we every month at the end of the month we can see how the whole thing work out. You see. So that's why
Okay.
because the investor of course are interested in all this information, right?
Okay, I tell you what. Good question, Sharifa. Let's write this down. Let's see
Okay.
whether we can do it manually for you on a monthly basis, right? 2 weeks after the meter, the billing closes, manual extraction rather than automated. The automating part will take a bit of time. You know how it is because it's a cost, right? But the manual side, we should be able to do some extraction for you. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sure, Mr. Rinder.
Let's talk at the end on this one. Any more questions on this? Because I've got a lot of, the reason I started this and asked Sharifa to look into it is because a lot of them have come back to me and asked, do you think you could do this 2-tier, right? So that's why I suggested we have one session for all of you. It's nice, we've got 120 participants now.
Hi, Puan Sharifa and Mr. Marinder. This is for
Hi.
me here again. I have one question because based on this slide, it appears that the calculation to cater for the multi-tier billing is effectively ensuring that the customer is paying the original TNB tariff rate per kilowatt hour, even though it's an energy generated from a solar PV system. What if a particular RPVI will have a different calculation in dealing with the kilowatt hour generated from the solar PV system? In other words, that the RPVI would like to ensure that the customer is paying the solar energy rate as committed instead of the original TNB tariff rate.
If you look at the system here, I don't see how it's paying TNB tariff rate because number one, P times SAR, right? This is the solar energy charge that the RPVI has agreed to charge him, right? The rebate is between that charge as an SMP price minus SMP price is system generated, right? And then there's net. So I just really missed the question, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about meter 2 here, not meter 1. Meter 1 is the grade start. This is the tariff that TNB gazetted by the government, the 9,000 units. You're looking at the slide, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yes, Ms. Fung Mei, SER is actually referring to the solar tariff or solar rate that you are offering to your customer. So we put in this example as 40 cents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, understand. Because here, item 2, we are actually referring to the rebate. So in other words, when it's rebates, meaning is the amount that we are going to repay the customer. In other words, client is still paying SMP rate for each solar energy generated from the solar PV system, right?
Not he's paying, customer is getting SMP rate.
Correct. So in other words, we are actually also charging the customer for the SMP rate for the solar energy.
Yeah, only
Right.
SMP rate. Yeah, because
Correct.
he's paying 40 cents already the other side. Now he doesn't want to give the Naga at 40, pay 40 cents for it and only get paid 15 cents. So you're offering him the $475 rebate to him. The best way to do it is do Selco, no export to the grid. So this doesn't come into play at all, right? Countries like Australia, when you export to the grid, they thank you very much, it's zero. Malaysia, we introduced SMP. So we're trying to address if there is an export, this is probably what you could do.
Mr. Nirina, I'm
Yes.
not sure if they are clear about what is that mean by rebates lah.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
a simple thing is like that. If there is no export to the grid, right, the B is zero, right? It's Selco. Clear?
Yeah.
Right? There's no export to the grid. Item number 2 is a completely zero thing. So he actually pays for 1,540. Done. Now, when he exports to the grid, the customer is only paid on his bill by Tenaga 15 cents. Right? Now, he purchases at 40 cents from the RPVI and he gets paid 15 cents. He loses 25 cents. So some RPVI has suggested to me, he said, could you have a system that allows us to rebate him, give him back? We said, okay. So this is the difference between the two units, and you create something called a rebate, or what is a credit note into the customer's bill. Now, if you size up the solar to do Selco, this will never happen. B will be zero. Or you set on the inverter, no export, obviously this will not happen, right? So it is how you want to do it. This is just an option to you. If you have an export and you want to make it such. Presently, the reason RPVIs have seen me for this is because the solar tariffs have gone down, so they do not mind taking the drop, right? It has a form of a rebate to the customer to ensure that they get the job. Right? So this is just a billing option that I give it to you. Selco is the other best way to do it.
Understand. Thank you so much, Mr. Renda.
Those of you still have to be doubt here. can still, get ourselves by phone number or by email, and we can have a one-to-one session again. So this
Yeah,
is
sure.
just a mechanism to show that whatever you have over-generated for him, and he doesn't have to pay for it. You pay 15 cents to you, he will sell back, and you collect back from TNB at 15 cents.
So sorry, let me come back again. So as investor, investor billed 40 cents for 1,005 units, so he got 600 ringgit. And
Yes.
the rebate actually goes to the owner, the operator, the shop, right?
Yeah.
The customer.
The customer. So actually, the customer paid 600 minus the rebate 125. The net actually for that customer pays that month is 475, right?
Yep.
Yes, the bill, the net
The
bill
bill. That's right.
of,
That's why
on solar.
all right. At the same time, meaning the investor himself also receive 475 only, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Meaning now that rebate actually go to the customer directly, right?
Yeah. So
I
you
mean,
just look at it. If you do Celco, the 500 is zero, right? So the rebate is 0
going to
times
the
40.
yes.
It's zero.
I mean, the
So
rebate goes to the rebates actually TNB will rebate to the customer, meaning that for the investor at the end of the month he will receive payment. I mean the net payment 475
Yes.
from TNB.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the way how you build it. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Because, okay, if you see number one there, okay, without the rebate, okay, your revenue is 600. Okay, as
Right.
the
Correct.
RPVI, you will get 600 from the customer. For the
Right.
energy generated by solar times by your solar tariff, so you will get 600. But if you offer rebate to the customer, okay, amounting to 125, as in number two, line number 2 there, so
Yeah.
your revenue will drop to number 3, 475 only. Meaning the
Right.
customer will only pay you 475 instead of 600 without the rebate.
Okay,
So,
get it. That means
yeah.
the investor actually lost 125 ringgit for these mobile things. Compared with if it's the previous one, they will get the 600 full. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
this is just another option, okay,
Okay.
for you to offer to the customer in order to make your solutions more attractive to the customer. Because customer will always query you, right? Why they only get paid S&P price for energy that they export to the NB? It's like they have to pay 25 cents for generating solar. So it is not very attractive to them as a customer. So in order for you to win them, okay, to say yes to your solar solution, so you offer this rebate scheme to your customer. Like
I think
yeah.
I think it doesn't make much difference to a customer, but to an investor, it makes difference. So as an investor myself, for example, I would just adjust my sizing. Maybe I would just, instead of let's say now I can sell him 1,005 unit, I probably want to adjust my sizing to sell 1,000 unit. That's all. The other
Yeah.
500 unit, I'm not interested because I'm going to lose that money there.
Yeah.
Because
you don't want to have that export, right?
Right. Can I adjust my sizing to that size? Can I do that, right?
Yeah, you can.
I see. Okay,
Or
another
you can
question.
also propose Celco to your customer. So with under Celco, there will be no export to the grid.
Oh, yeah.
You
Okay, we
just
have to
size the solar system according to the customer's base load during the day. Yeah.
Okay, that is we get extra, then we have to deal with that extra by our own batteries, and otherwise we got to so-called clip it, right? So okay,
Yes.
I understood that. And there's another question is, you see now the ownership, let's say we apply to SARE, the ownership actually is the customer. So we then you see now the investor is also is actually the owner of the assets. So when we apply to SATA time, do we say this system should apply to SATA in the investor's name or in the customer's name?
You apply what, Mr.
SATA.
Ivan?
You see, we have to go to SATA to get the quota. So that application to SATA, right? Using investor's name or using customer's name?
Both names will be in the application.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means I mean, definitely because the property is the customer's property. We have to use their name to do the application to the SARE, right?
Yeah.
And you are as the
We are the investor.
RPVIs,
Investor, yes,
and
that's right.
also
Yes, let's say we are both. So in this
Yeah.
case, because we own the assets, so in other words, to the SARE, the first entry into the SARE, so we have to actually apply through the investor and through the customer's application, because
with your information as well. So
see,
both
okay.
needs to be there. Yeah.
In
Alright.
terms of what SARE application, nothing changes. The name on the SARE and the name on the TNB bill should be the same name.
Yeah,
Right.
it's true, because
Yes.
the first step is actually SARE first, right? Then only,
Exactly.
let's say we decide to go to SARE, then SARE will come later, right?
Yes.
But in the application time, in the SARE time, we have to actually specify that this is this is a SARE case. So that's why it appears in the SARE's application there, right? The e-name there.
Exactly. I think SARE doesn't ask you to use SARE specifically. It can allow you to do whatever you want. It's just a license
They have to
get
know.
the quota.
They have to know.
Yeah.
I mean, the application time initially, we have to tell them already, right? These assets actually belong to the investor.
Yeah. That part, nothing changes in that application at all.
Okay.
Huh?
All right. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, guys. The
Hi,
application.
good morning.
Sorry. Anyone else?
Maybe you can take one last question.
Okay.
Hi,
While
good
you do
morning.
that,
My name is Noraini.
you know,
Okay. If the billing is outsourced, what do you charge for the billing outsource? Yeah.
we have the same rates actually. Below 500 to 1,000. Then 1 megawatt above 1 cent. Then from 2 megawatts to 10 megawatts, we have a reducing scale. So the rates that we have been charging for SARE remains the same.
Yeah.
And the rate will be charged on the meter rate. That is the
you.
units 1,500 kilowatt hour.
Okay, Puan Noraini, everything is clear regarding the SARE fee?
Yeah, the other one is I just looked at the chat and I found that there was some
Thank
a lot
you.
of you a lot of you were requesting for a soft copy of this. Yes, definitely we'll give you soft copies of this. Those of you who are not on this WhatsApp, we'll put you on the WhatsApp, and who want it by email, please share your email here. Our host Daniel will do the need. Okay, we leave this room open for next 10 minutes. For those of you who want to put your email address there, right, please put it on the chat, and then we will do the needful. Otherwise, we will share it on the same channel we shared from before. That is the AO chat and MPI. Okay, Sarifa, well done.
Okay. We've come to the end of our session. Okay. Thank you to all RPVIs for participating. Okay. Thank you to Mr. Narendra for joining us. Yeah. So we look forward to working and collaborating with all of you, the RPVIs. And if you have any questions after this that you would like to ask us, maybe personally, you can contact any one of us. Okay. Like I've introduced just now, we have Miss Fatin, Daniel, Ibrahim, myself. Okay, we will be sharing our email address and also contact number in the chat room. Okay, and like Mr. Narendra mentioned just now, we will open this chat room for another 10 minutes for everyone to get the details. Okay, so that's all for now.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.